Now on CoastTV News.
Going round and round in Lewis, what drivers are saying about the new 5 Points roundabout.
Slaughter Beach cleanup today, why people felt compelled to volunteer their time.
This weekend marks the beginning of the end for the Ocean City Seasonal Police Program, what you can expect to take its place.
Now, we've already had a frosty start to the work week, and another frosty morning may be in store for us once again.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Driving in circles, a long-awaited roundabout finally open, at least partially. Good evening. I'm Madeline Overturf.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with drivers taking those first laps around one newly improved intersection.
Part of the Plantation Road and Beaver Dam Road roundabout. It opened a little bit on Friday. Joining us live there now in Lewis is Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner. Mallory, even though it isn't completely open yet, the new intersection is giving some drivers hope about summer traffic.
Maddie, I'm standing in the middle of the traffic circle. Let me show you how it works. 3 out of the 4 exits here are now open. You can now go from Plantation Road to Beaver Dam Road and vice versa. You can also exit into the Henlopen Landing community. This roundabout connection is part of a project that DelDOT started in February 2023. It's part of the long-term improvements to the 5 Points intersection. This opening was delayed after wet weather. DelDOT says the roundabout will help traffic at the notoriously backed up intersection of Beaver Dam, Route 9, and Plantation Road. And drivers we spoke with are glad to see the construction finally wrapping up.
It's been causing a lot of traffic recently, but I'm just glad that the end is near, the end is in sight. I hope that it fixes a lot of things. I know traffic in Rehoboth and Lewis, it just gets insane. So I'm just hoping that, with the circle being built, that it'll actually, do something about it.
The entire roundabout should be open by next month. DelDOT says the last connection with the Route 9 intersection here behind me is slated to open in May. I'm Mallory Metzner, live in Lewis, Coast TV News.
Thank you, Mallory. And this brings us to our Coast TV poll. We want to know, how do you think the roundabout at 5 Points is working so far?
Let's take a look at the results. So far, a majority say they haven't used it yet, but 16% say it's confusing, though 25% say it's great. And we've had a lot of opinions actually about this story specifically.
And I fall into the majority. I haven't had cause to go around it yet. I'm sure I will get there in short order. You can go vote at coasttv.com or use our Coast TV mobile app. We heard opening statements today in the historic criminal trial of former President Donald Trump. New York prosecutors accused the former president of illegally concealing hush money payments during a fraught time for the 2016 Trump campaign in order to influence the election. NBC's Alice Barr explains how the former president denies any wrongdoing.
No one is safe.
Protesters and the media lining the block as the first American president to face a criminal trial. Here's the case against him laid out.
I'm here instead of being able to be in Pennsylvania and Georgia and lots of other places campaigning, and it's very unfair.
Mr. Trump has pleaded not guilty to charges of falsifying business records to conceal a hush money payment, to cover up an alleged affair with a porn star, when prosecutors say he was in damage control after the release of the Access Hollywood tape just before the 2016 election. Quote, this case is about criminal conspiracy, arguing Mr. Trump colluded with his former fixer, Michael Cohen, to catch and kill negative stories to influence the election. Quote, then he covered up that criminal conspiracy by lying in his New York business records over and over and over again. Former President Trump's defense attorney noted he was not charged with conspiracy here. He attacked Cohen's integrity and said the former president was innocent, insisting he had nothing to do with the Cohen payments and adding, quote, I have a spoiler alert. There's nothing wrong with trying to influence an election. It's called democracy. Prosecutors acknowledge that Cohen has made mistakes in his past. He admitted to lying under oath in a separate case, but stressed his testimony will be backed up by emails, documents, and former President Trump's own words on tape. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Heading to business news now, TikTok is vowing to challenge a potential U.S. ban of its app. Saturday, the House passed a foreign aid package that also calls for TikTok's Chinese parent, ByteDance, to sell it within 270 days or risk being banned nationwide. In an internal memo to employees, the company says it's planning to file a court challenge if the bill is signed into law. TikTok has publicly opposed the bill, saying it infringes on its users' First Amendment rights. Supporters argue the law is necessary to protect Americans' security and personal data.
Heading to the coast now, the Ocean City Seasonal Police Program starts this weekend. This summer, the department will only welcome 26 new seasonal officers who do things like patrol the boardwalk and assist full-time officers. Police are looking for solutions to make sure there will be enough officers for future summers. Their plan is to add 10 new full-time positions, and this will hopefully add 10 new full-time officers trained and ready for the summer of 2025. The Deputy Communications Manager for the Ocean City Police Department says the Ocean City budget will most likely include 10 new full-time additions, but now they have to start finding the candidates.
Can we increase our starting pay at all? That's one of the big things we're currently working with the city on. So we're hoping that once we get that all ironed out, it will help with our improved full-time recruitment.
The Ocean City Police Department hopes that with the potential increase in salaries, that it will incentivize people to start applying to the full-time positions.
Let's go ahead and take a live look outside right now into Dover. Not a cloud in the sky. Let's check in with our first alert, Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams, with a look at our forecast. Good evening, Paul.
Good evening, Maddie. And the irony of it is that without the cloud cover, that's going to allow temperatures to drop that much faster. So get ready to bundle up thanks to this clear skyline, believe it or not. Our Lewis Irish Eyes camera and Lewis showing just how clear it is here as well. And the waters are very calm at this present time. Winds out of the north at about 4 miles per hour. We anticipate falling to 54 degrees under mostly clear skies by 8 o'clock, down to 51 by 9 o'clock. Mostly clear skies. What's our expectation? Well, first of all, we have a newly issued small craft advisory along the coast for us, throughout a good portion of Sussex County for right now. And as we widen the scope here, we're concerned about breezy conditions throughout the Chesapeake Bay area right now. That's where that big white coloration's right here. And all this blue you see here, this right here, this is dealing with frost advisories in the area. Yeah, we're going to drop that dramatically for tonight. We'll talk about how cold it's going to be, but for right now, we're going back to Maddie.
Thank you, Paul. People took to the sand today in Slaughter Beach to participate in a beach cleanup hosted by the DuPont Nature Center. People sifted through marine debris to find all kinds of trash and other interesting finds. DuPont Nature Center staff even took time to educate people on some of the interesting marine life found while walking on the beach. People we spoke with thought this Earth Day was just a great day to give back to the community.
Service to the community is very important, and I think it's important to practice what you preach and have them see that. And the other is that we know that we need to take care of our environment and our beaches.
Be sure to tune in to Coast TV News at 6 to find out some of the most interesting finds during today's cleanup.
Looking forward to that. If you're planning on driving through Selbyville tomorrow, you're going to want to make note of this for your travel plans. Roxana Road between Polly Branch Road and Smithfield Acres Road will be closed starting tomorrow until May 7th. That's due to a new crossroad pipe that's being installed. DelDOT says detours will be posted for drivers.
Offshore wind is certainly a big topic on Delmarva, and if you want to learn more about it, there is an upcoming forum you can attend in May. The purpose is to learn more about proposed projects, hear from people both in support and opposition. The Caesar Rodney Institute Center for Energy, a representative from U.S. Wind, as well as a representative from Governor Carney's office are expected to speak and present. This is happening at the Indian River High School at 6 p.m. on May 1st.
Get ready to be inspired. New art coming to spring up in George H.P. Smith Park in Lewis this week. Here's a look at some of the pieces by artist Paul Daniel. The Lewis Art Committee says 6 kinetic sculptures will be placed throughout the park this week for the summer and fall seasons. The reception for this public art installation will be April 25th, 6 to 8 p.m. at the Rollins Community Center.
Still ahead, flames at the Wicomico County landfill. What we know so far.
And we have clearing skies ahead, meaning we'll have colder conditions to look forward to.
First, healthy habits. They can help you be greener this Earth Day. That's up next.
Cancer will make you wake up real quick. You get in touch with your mortality. You really do. I just wanted cancer to be removed. And if robotics was the best way, let's get it done. I arrived at BB at 9 a.m. I was walking back home at 4 p.m. That stood out, that I could have major surgery and be home in less than 8 hours later. Robotic surgery worked for me. It really did. It's changed my life.
Transform your bathroom into a haven of luxury with Baths by Spicer Brothers. Call today for your free consultation. We'll work around your hectic schedule with evening, Saturday, and even same-day appointments available.
And right now, receive 50% off installation, a free shower door upgrade, and a free deluxe shower head. Plus, enjoy your new shower now and pay later with no interest and no payments for 18 months.
With Baths by Spicer Brothers, quality is our promise, and your satisfaction is our guarantee. So before you sign, keep Baths by Spicer Brothers in mind.
My dry eyes made me a burning, stinging 5 times a day.
Makeup smearing, drops user.
I want another option. That's not another drop.
Tyrvaya. It's not another drop. It's the first and only nasal spray for dry eye. Tyrvaya treats the signs and symptoms of dry eye disease fast by helping your body produce its own real tears. Common side effects include sneezing, cough, and throat and nose irritation.
Relying only on drops? Not me. My own real tears are my relief.
Ask your eye doctor about Tyrvaya.
Etarn by Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
Eclectic Style, a curated collection to inspire. Estate jewelry, furniture, decor, art.
Mint and Needle Medical Aesthetics, offering injectables and innovative aesthetic procedures, a full suite of treatments and skincare that cater to your uniqueness.
Harbor Restaurant for canal front dining. Great waterfront views and fabulous food in downtown Lewis. Come explore.
Historic Lewis.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
In case you missed it, today is Earth Day, a time to focus on ways to preserve and protect our planet.
In today's Health Minute, Mandy Gaither shows 3 things you can do to not only support the Earth, but your health.
Planet health and human health. The two go hand in hand.
The choices that we make in life every day affect not only us, affect everyone around us, and affect our planet.
Dr. Sophia Asfal with Cleveland Clinic says there are some healthy habits that can help both. By biking, walking, or running, you can get exercise and get to where you're going without relying on a vehicle, reducing emissions into the air. And a plant-based diet is not only good for your body, but also the earth.
In order to produce meat-based meals, there's a lot that goes into it. There's chemicals that we have to use to raise the cattle or whatever meat-based product that you have, that then in turn pollutes the environment, and that can also lead to negative effects on human health.
Asphalt says when you're staying healthy by washing hands or brushing teeth, don't waste water. Turn it off when you're not scrubbing. She says you can also reduce energy expenditures and the amount of greenhouse gases that can impact the climate and therefore our health by turning off lights, unplugging household items when not in use, buying recycled goods, and setting your thermostat to eco mode if you have it.
If we take care of our planet will take care of us.
For Health Minute, I'm Mandy Gaither.
Thanks to some clearing skies and radiational cooling, we have some cool coastal conditions to talk about. We'll have all that and wrap it all in detail for you for the full forecast in a moment.
Transitioning your loved one home after a hospital or rehab stay can be overwhelming. Insurance will only pay for a limited time in a rehab facility. You might need transportation to appointments, coordination of medical equipment, and help keeping your loved one on track with home exercises. In-home care is the answer to coordinating everything. For healing faster in the home, Homewell Care Services offers compassionate, quality, in-home, short, or long-term care when you need it most.
To learn more about Homewell Care Services, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Imagine a home as unique as your dreams. At Berica Homes, we invite you to step into a world where your future home comes to life inside our factory. With each factory tour, you'll embark on a 60-minute journey of innovation and precision. See how we transform simple wooden nails into sanctuaries of strength, with each module telling the story of a home meant to last generations. Ready to see how the strongest, most efficient homes on Delmarva are built? Book your factory tour today and see craftsmanship in motion.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
For 30 years, I've been fighting for Maryland.
The man with the guts to stand up to Biden, Robin Ficker.
Biden's let 7.2 million illegals into our country. That's more than all of Maryland. I'll stand with President Trump to secure the border, declare war on the cartels, and ban welfare for illegals.
Veteran, conservative fighter, Robin Ficker for Senate.
I'm Robin Ficker, and I approve this message.
Over 14,000 people per day are affected by water damage in their home or business. Even a small leak from a water heater, washer, refrigerator line, or even HVAC drain can cause lasting damage. Response time is critical. Paul Davis has a team of certified experts on call 24/7 to stop the water, mitigate damage, and work directly with your insurance to quickly restore your home or business. If you see peeling paint, stains, mold, or smell a musty odor, call Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Download the DSN app today, driven by Preston Automotive Group.
Thanks to high pressure and full control of our weather, we get a chance to enjoy things like this. Look at that beautiful skyline, courtesy of our Tendo casual furniture camera in Laurel. We're holding it 60 degrees, and the winds, a little piddly and manageable 5 miles per hour. We expect for it to stay clear for the rest of the night as we drop into the lower 50s by 9 o'clock, and we'll fall into the 40s throughout the overnight as well. Today's high, 62 degrees in Georgetown, 60 for the high. Salisbury, 58 for the high in Ocean City. We have frost advisories around our area, just not quite in our area. Stays in effect until like 9 o'clock for Tuesday. That's what all that blue is about. Now you see this area pink over here. That's actually dealing with the small craft advisory that's just been issued for about 25 mile per hour winds. And that's going to be our primary concern. We're in the 60s right now, 50s along the coast, 57 in Lewis and Rehoboth, 60 in Milton, Milford, Greenwood, 61 Delmar, 62 in Georgetown at this hour. Now let's talk about the dew point temperatures right here. You see how these dew point temperatures in the 20s, air temperature in the 60s, dew temperatures in the 40s. That's a 40-degree difference. That's a really dry atmosphere. So we actually have fire advisories, dangerous concerns. So if you're dealing with any kind of accelerant or ignition device, please be mindful of it. It's extremely dry right now. We're 11 to 14 degrees actually warmer from just 24 hours ago. So let's talk about our expectations for tonight. Tonight it's going to be chilly. You'll need to wear long sleeves, a hat, not a bad idea, particularly the later you are out, the more you're going to need that hat, and a warm beverage definitely will be needed. You see, we look at the cloud cover, it stays away until we get to, let's say, Wednesday morning. So Tuesday's looking clear most of the day. Wednesday is when the possibility of moisture begins to kick in for us. Here's a quick look at our fishing forecast. Temperatures will be in the 60s with the winds out of the south, but look at mostly clear skies. So Tuesday's going to be cooperative out of the south, but it's on Wednesday, Thursday where the winds start pouring out of the north. That's when that cold really begins to kick in. Let's take a look at a couple of things. Tuesday morning, we start off in the 40s, all right? Tuesday afternoon, we will go into the near 60s. Winds are out of the south, so that's all good. Wednesday, by 7 o'clock, we're looking at a slice of rain sliding right across the highway from Berlin, Newark, Snow Hill, down towards Pocomoke City in the 50s. Then it'll clear out by 9:30. So we're not looking for the rain to stick around for a long period of time, and another round possibly popping up for us by 2 o'clock. The amount of rain that we're talking about, less than 1/10 of an inch. Even as you go into the most northern portions of our viewing area, by 5 o'clock Wednesday, we're looking at heavier showers, well, steady showers in Dewey Beach, Long Neck, over towards Bethany Beach. It dissipates quickly by 9 o'clock, and then we may see something flare up again briefly by Wednesday afternoon, but nothing that's all that serious, because even our chances of rain go up to maybe a chance, and that's nominally a situation for us there. Now, as we're going from, let's say, Tuesday going into Wednesday, we look at that slice of rain as a significant area of rain that we want to focus on, just to kind of reiterate that. So tonight, 38 degrees, mostly clear, dropping temps. 68 for tomorrow, a chilly start with a sunny finish. Wednesday, watching out for scattered clouds and some scattered rain. Finally, here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling extended forecast.
Paul, thank you. With less than 100 days to go before the Paris 2024 Olympics, drone shots show venues that will host some events of the Games. Paris's City Hall has been displaying the Games colors for several months now, ahead of the arrival of the Olympic flame in the capital on July 14th and the start of marathon events. At the iconic Champs-Élysées Avenue, space is being converted to host new events designated to encourage more interest from the young people, like BMX freestyle, skateboarding, and breakdance. Don't forget, you can watch the Olympics exclusively here on Coast TV starting July 26th.
Coming up, new information from police after a deadly shooting at the Delaware State University. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
Tonight, the playoffs begin with guest mentors Maluma and Saweetie.
Best performance ever. Y'all better watch it.
The Voice, new tonight on NBC and Peacock.
You are the master manipulator.
Oh!
You're the biggest deception artist here.
The biggest offer in Deal or No Deal history. Go.
This is war. Deal or No Deal Island, tonight on NBC and Peacock.
Weather, brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
Welcome to First State Chevrolet, your local hometown Chevrolet dealer.
Get 5.9 for 72 months and $5,250 off this 2024 Chevy Silverado.
5.9% for 72 months on 2024 Chevrolet Trailblazers.
If you have a car or truck you're not using or thinking about trading, now is the time.
Sales, parts, service, body shop, and towing. All at one convenient location just 1 mile north of DMV.
We're at First State Chevrolet in Georgetown, where we put you, the customer, first. Together, let's drive. Good night, girls.
Good night, Dad. Come on, let's go. Are you ready to sew some carpet? And LVP. Okay, I'm ready. What about our clothes? Let's do it. We have tons of carpet that's really nice. We have cash and carry LVP, as low as $1.99.
I'll take both.
Maybe you girls are ready.
Wait, was that a dream?
Matt the Carpet Guy, the flooring of your dreams done right.
Washington, D.C. is a mess.
There's no common ground.
The left, the right, they're just shouting all the time and no one's listening.
What a mess.
But now who is going to clean it up?
Republicans and Democrats are arguing all the time and nothing gets done.
And it shouldn't be this way. It doesn't have to be this way. Enough is enough. And it's why I'm running for the U.S. Senate, to be a voice of common sense. I'm Larry Hogan. I approve this message because it's time we stop the partisan BS and get stuff done.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us. Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
In regional news, Dover police have identified 18-year-old Kamei De Silva of Wilmington as the woman who died in a shooting on the campus of Delaware State University. Officials say she was not a student there. According to police, the young woman was shot and killed outside of campus housing known as Warren Franklin Hall just before 2 a.m. Upon arrival, police say she had been shot in the upper part of her body. They say she was taken to Bay Health Kent campus where she did die from her injuries. Dover police are working on leads and encourage anyone with information to contact the department.
Staying in Dover, police have arrested 3 teens on gun and drug charges following a traffic stop on Saturday night. The investigation began when an officer watched a car traveling on Route 113 without any lights on. A search of the 17-year-old driver revealed he was hiding a loaded handgun, which was later found to be reported stolen. Police also found another loaded gun during the search, along with over 3 grams of marijuana. The three teens, were charged with multiple offenses.
In Salisbury, crews responded to a fire at the Wicomico County landfill. Take a look at these photos. According to Salisbury Fire, crews found a large fire in the lower section of the landfill. You could see just how large the smoke and flames were just after midnight. The department hasn't said yet if anyone was hurt or how much was damaged.
Speaking of Salisbury, the city has announced a rail paving project for railroad crossings at Marvel Road and Elizabeth Street from above. With our Coast Copter here, you can see crews working on Elizabeth Street. You can see the safety barriers put up as well. You can also see Marvel Street from above. You can see the crew member working on that rail on the road. Work is taking place now through Wednesday.
Also from above with our Coast Copter, road work in Snow Hill. Crews are working on repairing a manhole near River Street and Route 12. That means the northbound lane of Route 12 is closed. Worcester County Sheriff says the work should be done tomorrow at 7 a.m. We'll be right back.
Join us April 26th through the 28th at the Ocean City Convention Center for the 53rd Annual Ward World Championship Wildfowl Carving Competition and Art Festival. Visit the website wardfdn.org for more info.
Did you know that named storms could add a wind damage deductible to your insurance claim? And the assessed value of your home is different than replacement cost? Know your policy and your deductibles. Review your coverage before disaster strikes. And if you do suffer damage, call the experts, Riptide Restoration, to guide you through the insurance process and help you maximize your benefits.
For more information, visit delmarvaexperts.com.
Est-ce que vous connaissez visiter docteur régulièrement capable d'aider vous avec conditions santé comme tension, sucre, ça relève diabète là.
Ou capable prendre avantage de dépistage important tant que cancer capable de de détection et de traitement bonheur.
Docteur primaire capable aider ou être à jour avec tout vaccin ou yo. C'est pour nous contrôler santé et empêcher maladie sérieux avant de commencer. Après trop de temps, quitter Community Behavioral Health aider ou joindre un docteur famille et puis prendre première étape pour une plus bonne santé.
Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, Delaware is an award-winning waterfront restaurant serving fresh local seafood. Catch 54 features indoor and outdoor dining and serves beautiful, simple coastal cuisine with house favorites including our signature crab cakes, shrimp and grits, and our famous 54 burger. Catch 54 offers delicious, chef-inspired nightly specials, a raw bar, a Wine Spectator winning wine list and monthly wine dinners, and the best happy hour in town. Catch 54 in Fenwick Island, open 7 days a week. See you soon.
There are too many areas in Maryland elected officials seem to have a hard time finding. Not David Trone. His family came from Cambridge, right by the Choptank River that he used to fish in as a boy. If you're going to stand up for people who too often feel ignored and left out, you have to show up. David has. From Eastern Shore to Mountain Maryland and back, every Marylander deserves a voice, and David intends to carry yours all the way to the U.S. Senate.
I'm David Trone, and I approve this message.
Join us April 26th through the 28th at the Ocean City Convention Center for the 53rd Annual Ward World Championship Wildfowl Carving Competition and Art Festival. Visit the website wardfdn.org for more info.
All right, it's National Park Week well underway. There are 429 sites within the National Park system, from national battlefields to seaside parks. If you're looking to embark on an adventure, special activities are planned throughout the week at state parks. This week-long celebration runs until Sunday.
All right, for today, we have clear skies kicking in for us, courtesy of our gutter helmet camera and ocean view. We're holding at 53 degrees. We'll drop down from 53 down to 50 by 8 o'clock under mostly clear skies. Then we'll fall our way down to the 40s. That's right. We're expecting for it to get chilly for tonight. And keep in mind that even with that chill, we anticipate it continuing to stay at least on the mild side. Our UV index for today, we're looking for it to stay at an 8 for the next few days in a row. So you're going to need to be sure to cover yourself and take that get that sunblock out. All this blue you see right here actually is detailing the kind of frost that's in place for us. Be sure you call our line when you get the opportunity, 443-9100. Baird, Madallas, Brockstead, and Federico. And finally, here's a look at your extended forecast.
Paul, thank you, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great evening.